Hey guys, what's up? So I have a good question from one of the viewers. His name is Jared, and he says, "Would you say not having a degree is holding you back?" Question from a high schooler thinking about college. One of the things I want to make clear on this channel is that just because I found success doing something one way doesn't mean that everybody else can find the same success. I mean, there's people that watch this channel from all over the world, and there's all kinds of different backgrounds. Um, and I never want to discourage somebody from thinking that they can, go down the same path or whatever. But I can't guarantee that type of success. Has not having a degree held me back? Yes, it actually has. It's held me back at even my current employer. My current employer actually hires people right out of college, and will end up. When I started with this employer, actually, I was starting at a lesser position because I didn't have a college degree. I was able to work my way up and work my way through the ranks and everything without that college degree, but I would say that it definitely did affect me. But at the same time, I would also say that it also motivated me to try to succeed. I mean, so one of the things that I would say that you shouldn't do, or at least people have told me that I shouldn't do, is that, and that is compare myself to other people. So a lot of the times I will actually compare myself to those that maybe get hired by the company that I work at that have a college degree, and or even some of the, sometimes like senior programmers that might, be ranked higher than me or make more money than me. I'll sometimes let that get into my head where I think, that person doesn't know some of this, this basic JavaScript stuff. They're probably pretty decent at C sharp, but they don't know this JavaScript stuff. And here I am, I'm pretty good at C sharp, and I can also do JavaScript, and I can do Python and Django and all this other stuff that I do on the side. And I start comparing myself and thinking, why do I not get, paid as much money as those people? Or why do I not have that rank or have as much responsibility as those people? And that can leave a little bit of a chip in the shoulder, which can also be unhealthy, I think. So that's something that I've been very, very aware of. But one of the interesting things that I think in my particular case is that I almost feel like, in a way, that this entire thing is just like almost predestined. It's weird. Like I don't believe in predestiny or anything like that. In fact, I'm not a religious guy at all. But it's very interesting to me, like my background and my entrepreneurial spirit, which I feel like comes from my family. My father was an entrepreneur, and I know entrepreneur can be a very broad title to, basically being a business owner or somebody that strives to build something, themselves instead of being like a company guy or whatever. I feel like I have a fine balance in between the two. That, like, I'm somebody that wants to learn new things to try to build new things. And some of the times I will admit that those build new things have a monetary, basically the hamster wheel inside my head starts turning with monetary gains that could be a reality with, some new framework or some new tool and things like that. And there's something like that, I think, in a lot of programmers. If you read Hacker News, there's a lot of people that are genuinely interested in the success of certain people, and and they want to replicate that success. And a lot of times, by the time people are telling you how to replicate the success, it's already too late. So when I say, hey, I think you could definitely do it without a college degree and all that stuff, I would be lying to you, because it's personally held me back. And it's something that I even continue to worry about to this day, knowing that I have to go out there in the open market and try to find something different. Now, here's the thing. If I were a religious guy, I would say I've been very blessed. Now, even though I'm not religious, I do still have like a kind of a prayer and meditation type of thing that I do. I would say that, that I definitely fear, the unknown a little bit, maybe a lot. But the thing is like, things have been very, very good for me as far as really everything. I don't mention the company that I work for, and I haven't the entire time that this channel has been in existence, because this channel has nothing to do with my full-time employer. It's something completely separate. It's something that I do in my own time. And it's a passion that actually benefits my current employer. So the reason why I'm going to mention my current employer is because I'm not going to be working for them after 2 days from now. So that is something that I'll probably end up dedicating another video towards, because it is something that is a big important piece of my life right now. But the company that gave me a shot at being a programmer, I am actually going to be leaving. And that company is Geico. So if you guys live in the United States, you guys probably have heard of Geico. Geico is a major insurance company. They're owned by Berkshire Hathaway, which is literally one of the largest companies in the entire world. They gave me my shot as being a programmer, and I love that company, and I wish them the best. But once again, the reason why I never mention them is because Geico never gave me permission to say, hey, you're representing us and you're going to try to recruit programmers to work for us and things like that. There's never been any sort of relationship like that. This is literally just me starting up a channel on a social networking site that anybody could do the same thing. And then it just kind of built into this audience, which is great. I think it's awesome. And it's awesome to the point where, like, I've had other companies reach out to me. In fact, Capital One, that didn't work out very well. Capital One is a company that I can clearly see, the entire interview all that stuff, like, that didn't work out very well at all. And I'm glad I don't work there. But it was also in Tyson's Corner, Virginia. I live in Fredericksburg. That commute would be miserable. So with, like, okay, Capital One, they reached out to me over this channel. So they didn't seem to care that I didn't have a degree. Amazon is another company that's reached out to me through this channel. They didn't care that I didn't have a degree. Pack Publishing, Lynda.com, Pluralsight expressed interest in working with some of the tutorial series that I've had. I've had people tell me that they've used my beginning Python series in their computer science course. So all this stuff is great, and none of that stuff had any effect on what it had nothing to do with whether or not I had a college degree or not. Another company, Raytheon. So unfortunately, with the things, the way things have worked out with Geico, I think Geico is a great company. I would recommend them. I want to finish my business administration degree. I do want to finish it. I want to have that. I feel like having that is much better than not, because you can check off that, that one extra checkbox with the human resources department. There's going to be certain companies that are very stringent and say, absolutely, we're not going to hire somebody without a college degree. That there is that possibility. But here's where I end up, and where I want to prove everybody wrong. Everybody that has that mentality that I can't do it. I am a hardworking person. I've been somebody that has like had to work very, very hard to get where I'm at, and I'm somebody that's going to continue to work very, very hard to get where I'm trying to go, and I give it my all. I give it my all in trying to better my technology skills, and that generally, that generally comes around full tilt towards whatever sort of employer that you work for. So I think that's really good. That's a good feature, I think, of being a programmer, because to me, a good programmer is somebody that actually that tries to better themselves, that understands like what they don't know, or they know what they don't know, and that's something that I've learned along the way, because for the longest time I used to think that I knew everything. I remember one time reading a Perl book where I was doing Perl programming, and it was Perl by Example, I believe what it was called, and I was just like flipping through the pages one after another. Oh, that's an array. That's a hash. That's, And I just wasn't retaining a damn thing. But the way that book broke it down was that like it was some sort of simple concept, and you read it, but literally nothing registers. Even though you think you read, you could even recite words that you just read, and recite even full sentences maybe that you just read. But the fact of the matter is that none of that shit is actually registering with you. That stuff registers with you through repetition and through coding, and eventually you run into problems that literally will keep you up at night, and you'll wake up in the morning and you'll know how to solve the problem. That's happened on multiple occasions with me. There's been times that where I just need to run the ideas behind another person, and as a senior programmer you start to understand that, hey, I need to run this by another set of eyes because I'm clearly just not seeing it. You also understand some of the basic things, like you have to have a proper amount of sleep, you have to drink a decent amount of water, you have to get exercise, stretch, do your stretching, take walks. If you have a foosball table or anything, ping pong at work, there's a reason for those things. A lot of people in the business world don't understand that programmers can't literally pound out 8 hours of code. That's just not, it's not a humanly possible thing, and if you did, you'd probably be some sort of robot, unless somebody can literally pump out algorithms 8 hours a day. I personally have never seen it in my professional career. But anyway, not having a degree has it held me back? It has. I feel like I'm a pretty good success story for myself. You know, considering where I came, where I'm, you know, where I've gone so far, and where I'm going, and I hope to continue that success. And as sad as it is, I am going to be saying goodbye to my current employer in the next 2 days. So Friday will be my last day, and I'll probably talk again about that a little bit, because I think that there is a you know, there's just a lot to talk about that I think a lot of people can get out of that. You know, as far as a lot of you guys watch my channel are trying to get into the industry, but there's still quite a few of you guys that are already in the industry, so I think that's cool. Because you know, my target audience, I would like to have it a balance between people that are in the industry and those that do want to get in. But once again, I would say that having no degree has held me back. It's held me back multiple times throughout my career. I would be further along if I would have had it. But I'm also very, very, very grateful for the success that I've had, for the chances that I've had. And really, I have to thank, you know, a couple of managers that literally gave me my first shot. And I owe like a tremendous amount of gratitude towards those people. And I'm sure that they probably wouldn't want me mentioning their name or anything like that. So it doesn't matter. But at least, you know, as far as mentioning it to my audience or anything. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate all the support. And I'm getting ready for my 50,000 subscriber mark, hoping I can get that in the next couple of weeks. My son actually is in the process of making me or he said he's going to make me a homemade plaque for, or not really plaque, but he's gonna do a little illustration type of thing for the 50,000 subscriber mark, and then once I get to 100,000, maybe I can get one from Google legit. But for right now, I'm gonna go with what he's offering me, and it's probably to me it's more special than anything. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye. Hey guys, so a lot of you ask me, how do I get my foot in the door to become a programmer? And I just want to take a moment to mention Dev Mountain Coding Bootcamp is a 12-week intensive course that focuses on the technologies of the here and now for web development. Some of the things that they're actually teaching in this 12-week course, it's geared to get you into the industry by focusing on things like jQuery, Node.js, React, Angular, how to use GitHub. So a lot of the things that you're going to need to do as a developer, as soon as you start, they're going to be teaching you in this coding bootcamp, and the entire goal is to be able to get you into the industry within 12 weeks. So if you guys are interested in learning more information about Dev Mountain Coding Bootcamp, just check out the link in the description tab of this video. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.